What if walking away is the very thing that pulls them closer? In a twin flame connection, the bond is intense. Two souls split into divine masculine and divine feminine energies, drawn together by something far beyond attraction. It's a connection that feels like looking into a mirror, revealing both love and lessons. But here's where things get interesting. The divine feminine is usually the first to recognize this powerful bond, leading her to chase. Meanwhile, the divine masculine often resists, feeling overwhelmed or unsure. But what happens when she stops running after him? This is where the magic unfolds. Many believe it triggers a major shift, causing the divine masculine to reflect, awaken, and realize what he's truly losing. Today, we're uncovering 10 powerful signs that prove this transformation is happening. These aren't just spiritual insights, they're the key to growth, healing, and the ultimate twin flame reunion. Are you ready for the truth? Let's dive in. Sign 1. Growing self-awareness. When the divine feminine stops chasing, everything shifts for the divine masculine. The constant pursuit that once reassured him, comforted him, and fed his ego is no longer there. At first, it may feel like a relief. No pressure, no expectations. But soon, a strange silence settles in, forcing him to sit with his thoughts. This is where the real transformation begins. Without the chase, he no longer has a distraction from himself. The absence of her energy makes him turn inward, asking questions he once ignored. Why do I behave this way? What am I truly feeling? What role have I played in this connection? He starts noticing patterns, how he reacts, where he holds fear, and what truly drives his actions. For the first time, he begins to see himself clearly. This self-awareness is a foundation of his growth. It's uncomfortable at first, like looking into a mirror that reflects his vulnerabilities, mistakes, and deeply buried emotions. But in this discomfort lies the seed of change. The divine masculine is now at the beginning of a powerful journey, one that requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to evolve. Sign 2. Emotional ups and downs at first. The divine masculine might not even recognize the weight of the shift, but as days go by, emotions begin to stir. The chase was a dynamic that gave him a sense of control, even if he wasn't consciously aware of it. Now, without it, he feels unsteady, as if a ship has suddenly lost its compass. Confusion is usually the first emotion that emerges. Why did she stop? He replays past moments, searching for signs or clues that explain her sudden shift. Doubt creeps in. Was it something he did? Something he said? Or worse, has she truly moved on? Then comes sadness, a deep sense of loss. He may have taken her presence for granted, believing she would always be there, waiting. But now, without her constant love, attention, and pursuit, an emptiness forms. It's a feeling he wasn't prepared for, one that forces him to confront the truth. He misses her, and more than that, he misses the way she made him feel. Surprisingly, relief may also appear, though it's often short-lived. For the first time, he has space to process his emotions without pressure. No expectations, no immediate need to respond. Just raw, unfiltered feelings coming to the surface. This emotional roller coaster is overwhelming, but it is necessary. It forces him to face his heart, acknowledge his fears, and begin the internal work that will ultimately lead to transformation. Sign 3. Seeking solitude. As the emotions intensify, the divine masculine may feel the urge to withdraw. He starts pulling away from social settings, avoiding distractions, and seeking moments of solitude, not because he wants to escape, but because he needs clarity. Solitude becomes his refuge, a space where he can think freely without outside noise clouding his judgment. He might take long walks alone, sit quietly in nature, or spend hours lost in thought. Some turn to journaling, using written words to untangle their emotions. Others dive into meditation, hoping to find inner peace. This period of isolation is not about loneliness, it's about self-discovery. For the first time, he isn't relying on external validation to define his worth. Instead, he begins listening to his own inner voice, understanding his own needs, and reconnecting with parts of himself he once ignored. In the quiet, he gains clarity. He starts recognizing what truly matters, what he has lost, and what he must do to heal. And in this silence, something profound begins to unfold. Growth. Sign 4. A spiritual awakening. As he continues his journey inward, something shifts. The divine masculine starts questioning life in a way he never has before. The mundane no longer satisfies him. The distractions that once kept him comfortable now feel empty. A deeper sense of curiosity arises, pushing him towards spirituality. He might find himself drawn to meditation, seeking stillness in a way that once seemed foreign to him. Some turn to books on personal growth, philosophy, or faith, eager to understand something greater than themselves. Others may start paying attention to signs, synchronicities, or universal nudges that feel too powerful to ignore. This awakening is like putting on a new pair of glasses. Suddenly, the world looks different. Old beliefs start to dissolve, making space for deeper wisdom. He realizes that he is not just a person living a physical life. He is a spiritual being experiencing a human journey. This shift isn't always easy. Awakening often brings discomfort, as he unlearns past conditioning and lets go of limiting beliefs. But with each realization, he steps closer to a higher version of himself. He is no longer just existing. He is evolving. Sign 5. Reevaluating relationships. As his awareness deepens, so does his perception of the people around him. He begins seeing relationships through a new lens, asking himself tough but necessary questions. Who truly supports me? Who drains my energy? What kind of relationships align with who I am becoming? He starts noticing the difference between genuine connections and surface-level interactions. The friendships that once felt fulfilling may now seem shallow. Toxic relationships that he once tolerated no longer feel acceptable. This realization can be painful, as it often means outgrowing people he once held close. But this isn't about cutting people off. It's about making space for authenticity. He craves depth, honesty, and connections that nurture his growth. He seeks relationships that challenge him to be better, that inspire him to keep evolving. As he lets go of what no longer serves him, he starts attracting new energy, people who align with his path, who share his values, and who truly see him for who he is. Through this process, he builds a circle of support that reflects his newfound self-awareness and purpose. the journey toward his higher self. This entire process, the self-awareness, the emotional turmoil, the solitude, the spiritual awakening, and the re-evaluation of relationships, is a journey of transformation. It is the breaking down of old patterns to make way for something greater. At first, it feels like chaos. The divine masculine struggles, resists, and at times, even wishes to return to how things were. But the truth is, he can never go back. Once the seed of growth has been planted, it continues to bloom, whether he's ready for it or not. In time, he learns to embrace the process. He understands that the pain of transformation is temporary, but the growth it brings is lasting. He begins stepping into his true power, not the power of control or ego, but the power of wisdom, love, and spiritual alignment. And as he evolves, something beautiful happens. He no longer sees love as a game of chase or retreat. He no longer fears vulnerability. He realizes that true connection isn't about control, but about balance, understanding, and mutual growth. The divine masculine who emerges from this journey is not the same man who started it. He is wiser, stronger, and deeply in tune with his soul. And in this newfound strength, he is finally ready, not just for love, but for the highest version of himself. Sign 6, a surge in empathy. One of the most profound changes in the divine masculine's journey is the awakening of empathy. It's as if a veil has been lifted, allowing them to see and feel the emotions of others in a way they never have before. This shift isn't just about feeling sorry for someone. It's about truly stepping into another person's shoes and experiencing their emotions as if they were their own. For a long time, the divine masculine may have been detached, unaware, or even dismissive of the feelings of those around them. But as their transformation unfolds, they begin to ask themselves deep, soul-searching questions. What pain have I caused? What emotions did I overlook? How have my actions affected those I care about? This newfound empathy allows them to connect on a deeper level, not just with the divine feminine, but with everyone in their life. They begin to see relationships in a new light, realizing that every interaction leaves an imprint. They no longer wish to cause harm, even unintentionally, and instead strive to uplift and heal. However, this isn't just about understanding pain. It's also about sharing in joy. The divine masculine now finds happiness in celebrating others' successes, rather than feeling threatened by them. They recognize that love, joy, and fulfillment are not limited resources. When one person rises, it creates a ripple effect that benefits all. This is a sign of emotional growth, a move from ego-driven thinking to heart-centered living. Sign 7, finding inner peace. Another major transformation is the discovery of inner peace. The divine masculine, once restless and conflicted, begins to experience a deep and unshakable sense of calm. This peace does not come from external circumstances, nor is it the absence of challenges. Instead, it arises from a newfound ability to navigate life with grace and resilience. In the past, they may have reacted impulsively to situations, feeling the need to control outcomes or resist change. But now, they learn to surrender, not in weakness, but in trust. They begin to accept life as it unfolds, understanding that not everything needs to be fought or forced. This inner peace is a result of deep introspection. As they confront their fears, let go of past wounds, and embrace self-acceptance, they find that true peace comes from within. It's not about escaping reality, but learning to move through life's ups and downs with wisdom and grace. This newfound tranquility also strengthens their connection to the divine. They begin to feel a greater sense of purpose, a knowing that they are part of something much bigger than themselves. They stop seeking validation from the outside world and instead trust their inner guidance. Ultimately, this peace transforms how they interact with others. They become less reactive, more thoughtful, and more present in their relationships. Their energy shifts from chaotic to stable, and this attracts deeper, more meaningful connections into their life. Sign 8 is stronger sense of purpose. With this newfound inner peace comes clarity. The divine masculine starts to feel a strong pull towards a deeper purpose. No longer wandering aimlessly, they begin to understand their true mission in life. For a long time, they may have been caught in routines, merely going through the motions. But now, it's as if a light has been turned on, illuminating the path ahead. They recognize that they are meant for more than just survival. They are here to create, contribute, and grow. This clarity affects every area of their life. They may find themselves drawn to new passions, creative pursuits, or even a career shift that aligns more with their soul's calling. They also begin to nurture their relationships with greater intention, seeking depth and authenticity rather than surface-level connections. However, this transformation is not just about personal success, it's about alignment. The divine masculine realizes that true purpose isn't something external to chase. It's something that has always existed within them. It's about stepping into who they were always meant to be. Despite challenges and setbacks, this sense of purpose fuels them to keep going. They no longer feel lost or uncertain, but instead wake up each day with motivation and direction.